cybersecurity.
As far as the role that I will be pursuing with the fund, I will serve as the co-lead portfolio manager along with Mike Seidenberg. So we will have the ultimate responsibility for what is added into the fund, what's taken out, risk management controls, and also overseeing marketing and all of the other aspects of the fund's success. It's a pretty wide-ranging role, but it's not something that's new or unique for either Mike or myself.
I've been on the fund since inception, really looking forward to working with Eric as he is coming on board. And similar to his comments, we're really responsible for what's in the portfolio, what sectors we're looking at, and just thinking about the business and how we make it a successful fund. If I think about cybersecurity and its relevance of where we were in 2017 when we launched the fund and where we are today, it continues to be one of those sectors that has such strong drivers across various aspects, various industries. It just presents itself as an opportunity set that's really rare in technology.
In my role on the team, I'm a senior analyst and I'm doing deep bottoms-up fundamental research on the cybersecurity industry and specific companies, and ultimately making investment recommendations based on that research. In the sense of, it's very dynamic, it's constantly changing, there are new threats, and there are new companies constantly being created and constantly coming to the public markets. And so from a research perspective, as Jeff mentioned, we're based in Silicon Valley. Several of the category leaders in this space are based in Silicon Valley. We have great access to management, speak with them regularly. We also speak with other industry experts, other resellers, former employees to get a qualitative view. And then we also use alternative data where available for a quantitative perspective, like hiring trends.
Well, I think the strength of our investment team really resides in the fact of our deep understanding of this theme. It's a theme that we've invested in since its infancy. Our location in San Francisco gives us great access to many of the companies that are leader in this space. So I think that's our real key differentiating advantage. We also have two other team members who aren't here with us today. Danny Sue, and also Justin Sumner, who started with Eric on June 1st.
Cybersecurity is a space that is, in general, very dynamic. There are constant changes taking place. So if we were to look in any prior period, you would see significant changes relative to where we are today. Going back 3, 4, 5 years from where we are today, I would argue that probably the largest change has been the cloud-based delivery model. That's obviously incorporating a lot of different components that go along with it, but just the delivery model itself, along with the technology that is aligned with the direction that companies are heading into today.
Points. I think that what we're living in today, kind of in a post-COVID environment, is a situation where you have your workers, your employees, your customers all in lots of different locations using lots of different devices. And that just sets up a very dynamic situation from a cybersecurity perspective. So one of the things that we think a lot about is how do you protect this infrastructure, and who are the companies that can really help facilitate that. So you've had this driver, which was COVID, and now you have this normalization, which is hybrid. The net of it is you create an opportunity for companies that really need to spend a lot of money on cybersecurity in order to kind of facilitate their employees and their networks to make sure that they're not vulnerable to attack.
I'd stick with zero trust. From our standpoint, we could constantly say we're trying to buy the next generation security companies. We would have said that with, I think anything in the past, whether it was antivirus to, network types of security, perimeter, et cetera. And there are a bunch of different components that fit into zero trust, but it actually makes the most sense with regards to honing in on what is dynamic and what can control the most as far as technology is concerned.
We're constantly trying to look around corners to see what is next, and zero trust is certainly at the forefront of that. There's something called developer security operations, which is securing the developer actually writing the code. And then we're very focused on cloud security and securing the data in transit, in and out of the cloud, but then also in storage. And so these are some of the big subsectors of cybersecurity where analysts have large projections for multi-billion-dollar growth in the next 3 to 5 years.
But with a theme like this that we know has a very long runway, this is when you need to be patient. This is when it creates great opportunities for us as active managers to really differentiate between the winners and losers.
We feel we have a unique advantage as actively managed portfolio managers that will take advantage of different situations in the marketplace that create opportunities. We'll take advantage of those particular areas and feel like we're going to continue to put forward a very solid and strong product to the marketplace.
There's so much room for these companies to be mega cap companies and see that appreciation. And particularly with the durability of spend that cybersecurity brings, if there's a downturn in the economy, it is highly probable that there will be very little cutback in cybersecurity. And then ultimately, when we reemerge into the next bull market, we believe cybersecurity will be a key leading sector coming out of that bull market, and the key category leaders in cybersecurity will ultimately be the key leaders in tech.
Yeah, I mean, the catchphrase I often remind myself with is, dynamic, fast changing, given the complexity of the networks and how they're being used. So I think we're constantly looking for companies that can fill a role in today's infrastructure and hopefully protect the assets associated with it. So, it is, of all the sectors I cover in my job, nothing's more dynamic than cybersecurity. Okay.
Great, thank
you.
Thank you. Cybersecurity Equity Open.